Hey y'all, Rick Sky here. Welcome back to another live show. And if you're watching this at approximately 11:30 a.m. New York City time, then you can comment live. You can also choose to super chat. And super chat, if you haven't used it, or maybe you already have and you want to use it again, greatly appreciated. Super chat icon is right beside the comments. So, yep, got a lot of good stuff. As always, just out here trying to burn some fat. That's the reason I walk, is to burn fat and to do live shows while I walk. I mean, obviously, this is not the production quality of an Irish Guys Adventure Channel live show with all the professional green screen sets and lighting and professional audio. But this is being broadcast live by way of an iPhone 12 Pro. So, just a common smartphone, man. Nothing fancy. Doesn't have to be fancy. It's all about the conversation and the content. So, man, got some good news. My Apple Silicon iMac, the Apple iMac with the M1 processor, is on its way. I think it's coming from what's the name of that place? Oh, overseas somewhere, I guess. But it'll be here soon. I'm excited about that. Can't wait to test the performance. I mean, I feel that the performance, since I went with the 512 memory, 1 terabyte SSD, I feel that the performance will probably be pretty much identical to my Mac Mini M1 with the 1 terabyte storage and 16 gigs of RAM. So, the difference being is that the iMac has an integrated screen. So, I'm really excited to see the 4.5K resolution screen on the new iMac. It's going to be a game changer, man. I wish that, and I bet it's coming. I bet Apple will probably release a professional version of the Apple Silicon iMac, and they'll probably have a larger screen. Maybe something comparable to the Pro XDR display. The Apple display that's just astronomically expensive. Looks nice, but man, that's a lot of coin. Even if, I guess if you ran a multi-billion-dollar hedge fund, it wouldn't be that expensive. But for a lot of people, the Pro XDR display is insanely expensive, prohibitively expensive. So hopefully Apple can take that and cheapen it up for the masses and put it in an upcoming iMac version. That'd be deeply appreciated, Apple. We know you can do it. Tim Cook, that's a challenge, man. You can do it, dude. But there's trash on the side of the road just blowing around. It's a mess, man. People litter. People just junk everything up. But, yeah. Just burning some fat, dude. Burning fat. So, new drones. Apparently the Mavic Pro 3, or it may just be called the Pro 3. They're the DJI Pro 3. DJI's had a trend recently of ditching the word Mavic. Makes you wonder, why do they want to discontinue use of the word Mavic? I mean, it's kind of goofy, but I guess it's just abbreviated. Everybody in society nowadays, they want everything abbreviated. They want fast food. They want all that kind of stuff. They're not patient, that's for sure. Hold on, there's a funeral procession. Here we go. They're gone. Funeral procession. So, yep. So other cool things. I mean, obviously, cameras. Makes me wonder, what is GoPro going to release next? I love my GoPro Hero 9 Black. Really good camera. thoroughly enjoyed it and still enjoy using it. I feel that as far as action cameras are concerned, I think it's the best action camera on the market today. You know, that's one thing. I mean, DJI did a pretty good job with action cameras, but I think now, and again, what are your thoughts? I think now the GoPro Hero 9 Black is kind of the best action camera. I know that Insta360s, man, you can do a lot of cool stuff with those cameras. Actually, if you're looking for Insta360 videos, check out Michael Kincaid's YouTube channel. He does a lot with the Insta360. He really likes it. You can get some really cool, almost call them drone-like perspectives, and that's kind of neat. But just for a standard 3840 by 2160 resolution, you know, captured with an action camera, I think that the GoPro Hero 9 Black is tough to trump. I really do. I think it is. So, yep. Allegedly Sony is going to be releasing some new lenses and some new cameras. Right now, as far as Sony's concerned, you know, if you watch my channel for a while, if you've been a subscriber, you know that I'm deeply obsessed with the Sony Alpha camera line. In particular, the full frame cameras. APS-Cs are nice, but I think the full frame Sony Alpha cameras are without a doubt the best camera on the market today. You get great video, you get great photo, you get great battery life, you get great portability. Sure, the G Master lenses are kind of big and heavy, but the camera body is so small and so lightweight. And honestly, now with the Sony Alpha, you know, using the Sony 24-70 GM, the Sony 24-70 GM G Master lens, if you only had one lens, I think anyone could get by for both photos and videos with that Sony 24-70 millimeter G Master. You know, I think that's the one lens that anybody with a Sony Alpha full frame camera could use, enjoy, and be confident with. You know, it's a zoom lens, so you know you can get 24 millimeter for the landscape videos and photos. You can do 70 millimeter for the more zoomed in videos and the portrait type shoots. So just a really versatile lens. It is kind of heavy, but it's not so heavy that it's not usable. Now, if you come from using the fixed focal length lenses, the prime lenses like the Zeiss Batis or the Zeiss Voxia, if you want to use the manual focus version of the Zeiss, those lenses are a lot smaller and a lot lighter. So if you attach those to your Sony Alpha camera, it's extremely lightweight, easy to tote around. You know, not hardly any weight to it at all. But the disadvantage is that if you use prime lenses, anytime you need to, you know, get a wider shot or a tighter shot, you're going to have to physically remove and physically attach another lens. In most situations, that's not a problem. But given how sensitive Sony cameras are to dust, if you're out in the field or you're out on the beach and there's sand blowing around, if you take that lens off, you run the risk of introducing sand, dust, dirt, anything, any type of foreign material into the Sony Alpha sensor. And that can pose to be problematic, because then when you're looking at your videos or your photos, yeah, it could be a great video or photo, but there's a dust spot, you know, a sand spot, you know, some sort of foreign object that ruined or degraded the photo or the video. And curiously enough, if you watch a lot of the big TV networks, a lot of them use Sony Alpha cameras. And you'll notice, if you watch real closely, a lot of these outdoor shows, you'll often see water spots or dust spots in the video. It doesn't destroy it, but the fact that it's there, you know, if you're a perfectionist and you see that dust spot or that water spot within a video or photo, it can ruin the viewer's opinion of an otherwise great video or photo. You know, just something simple like that, you know, because they could often assume, well, you know, why did the videographer or the photographer not clean their camera sensor? Or why do they let their lens get so dirty, you know? And granted, accidents happen. I mean, when you're in a humid environment with water and dust and all kinds of stuff, sometimes you can't help it. But regardless of how it was introduced into the camera lens and or the camera sensor, you know, those foreign objects can degrade the visual effect of that. So just something to be aware of, you know, especially if you're doing commercial work. You know, I do a lot of, obviously Irish Guys Adventure Channel, but I do a lot of professional video work, and, you know, always want to make sure that I don't have sand spots or dust spots. I mean, I feel that I take very good care of my camera equipment. That's the cameras and the lenses. So, you know, just something to be aware of. Again, just out here burning fat, man. Walking around. It's a live show. Again, your super chats. If you choose to super chat, you can find that super chat icon down there where the comments are. And what it enables you to do is choose to support the channel by way of a super chat, and it'll pop up in the live show chat rather, and you know, you'll be celebrated, man, if you choose to super chat. It's a great way to support the channel. So yeah, just a bunch of good stuff. Definitely want to get a bunch of travel videos going. You know, again, the problem now with travel, as we all know, is that, you know, it's unfortunately a cumbersome process if you want to go somewhere, because you got to deal with all these virus checks and all that stuff. So I've opted to do, and I've got I'll have some really cool backpacking videos coming soon, but, you know, just things that don't require flying or getting on a boat. So, you know, I'm going to have a lot of adventures outside of the studio, but again, adventures that, you know, don't require, you know, public transportation, because it's just an inconvenience right now, man. It's not worth it. It's not worth spending the money, in my opinion. You know, you may feel differently, but then again, you know, all these restaurants and all of these, I'm not a hotel dude, but all these vacation rental by owners, you know, that sort of stuff, you know, they need the business, because, you know, if people don't support the community, you know, eventually things are going to go out of business. So that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing for the business owners. It's not a good thing for travelers, because in the future, people would have less options when it comes to, you know, where to stay or what to do or where to eat. So, you know, something to be aware of. So anything you can do to support, you know, your local businesses and all that, do it, because, you know, what's local for you may be a tourist destination for others. So, you know, keep that in mind. You know, everybody lives somewhere where someone else is wanting to visit. You know, that's just the way it is. That's the way it is. I've got laid the framework for another project. Obviously, the subject matter will remain anonymous, but I'm trying to get VC, venture capital funding, and it's going to be a big thing. It's going to be a very big project, and you know, when it goes well, I feel that it could be from a financial perspective, I feel that it could be the life changer. And I'm working on that. You know, obviously, obtaining VC, venture capital funding, is not a very simple process. You know, you gotta have more than an idea. You know, you've got to have at a high level, you've got to have a business plan. You know, and that details, okay, well, you know, this is how this service is going to be designed. These are the components. You know, this is the implementation plan for each component. This is the anticipated cost for each component. This is an anticipated timeline to complete each of the components. This is the monetization strategy, all of that. And all of that's got to be thoroughly mapped out. And, not only that, you've got to know, okay, well, who are the people involved with creating each component? And, there's so much that goes into it. So, if you're trying to obtain venture capital funding, it's going to take a lot more than an elevator spiel. It's going to take a very well-written, easy to understand business plan. So, yeah, this project that I'm putting together, the sector is actually it's entertainment, and it kind of blends travel with a popular activity. So, I can't, because of I want to keep things secretive until I flesh it all out. But it's for golf, GOLF. So it's a tool for golfers, and that's all I'll say. But it is going to be big, and all I got to do, man, is get that VC funding, make it happen, sell, and that's going to be a fun ride, man. I'm out of all the business ventures that I've created, I feel that I'm probably I seem to be most excited about this one, and it's perfect timing because playing golf, the game of golf, is something that's outdoors. There's minimal exposure to other people in confined spaces rather. It can be enjoyed by all age groups and genders. It's a game for everyone. So, and it's also commonly present when you go to popular travel destinations. So it's, and on top of that, it's a business tool. Playing the game of golf is not just a game. Sometimes it is a business tool. What better way to go out and talk business strategy than going out to the golf course? You get in the cart, you swing the club, you drink some beverages, you get it done. So, for that reason, I have a feeling that that my golf-centric startup is going to be a lot of fun. And again, not just a lot of fun, but again, as I preach over and over, it's all about ROI, return on investment. So the amount of time, the amount of financial resources that I invest into this startup, it's all important that when I do that I see a return, and a significant return on the investment. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm excited about it. And again, I'm going to be doing a lot of entrepreneurial centric live shows on this channel, because I think something today that is more important than ever are people realizing that you can create something huge on your own, and it's not that difficult to do if you follow a set of easy to understand and proven steps. It doesn't have to be that difficult. And that's what I'm going to do, is just really dumb down the startup process. And again, the startup process is everything from brainstorming what you feel is the perfect idea, taking that what you feel is the perfect idea, and putting it on paper. In my case, digital paper. I don't use standard paper anymore. It's just a waste of time. Sketching all that out, making it easy for you to see, and be able to identify any gaps of detail that you may have failed to include, and then taking that, once you've gotten it all down there, and summarizing it, and also breaking it apart so that you can have individual components. Once you have something that's solid, easy to explain, and easy for others to share, people that you trust and have signed an NDA, non-disclosure agreement. Once you have all that, then, something that can really be critiqued, and something that can get into the hands of that VC firm. And once they get it, they understand, whoa, this is well written, this is easy to understand, and most importantly, the investment potential here seems to be huge. That's, VCs, venture capitalists, they're not just giving money away because they're kind people. No, they're not. they're investing. You know, they're giving seed money to enable and giving seed money to enable people to start up their big idea. Gwen, hello, welcome aboard. Good to have you here. Yeah, VC firms, venture capitalists, they're not just throwing money around. You know, they're investing that money, but you know, it's a highly speculative form of investment because they're investing in something that does not yet exist. You know, they're providing that seed money to enable that business to be designed and go into operation. And it may not, you know, it may fail. So, you know, venture capitalists, VC firms, they assume a ton of risk. But again, often with greater risk comes greater reward. So, you know, think about people that have gotten in on companies like Amazon, for example, before anybody knew what it was. You know, the early investors, you know, those people, they're pretty financially stable now, I'm sure. So, you know, if you get in early, oh yeah, the risk is enormous, but the possibility of reward is amplified. So, you know, just something to be aware of. We're going to do a lot more in-depth entrepreneurial type discussions, but this is just, you know, just kind of a taste of, you know, of what to expect. And it's a way to do it, man. I mean, if you really want to, if you want to create financial freedom for yourself, not just yourself, but others too, you know, really the only way to do it is to start something. So I'm going to end it on that. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Just kind of a walking around live, and appreciate all the viewers and look forward to a lot of upcoming live shows. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to do so. It's youtube.com/IRIXGuy. And ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. Y'all have a good day.